I don't see it yet,
Oh,
but
okay. I just
once it
popped it
goes
up.
live, I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
I don't see us live yet, but
I just threw it on. Cool. I'm gonna do something about the format of everything.
oh, there we go. Now
I'll
we're
play
live.
play with it play with it
I
later.
welcome everybody to Jeddah. We have here and a quite interesting Jeddah, to be honest with you, as we have Max Verstappen starting in 15th because his drive shaft did failed basically yesterday and sort of Q or during Q2, and this kind of puts us in an interesting situation because he is actually the second betting favorite to win the race, so that
Yeah.
means he's going to have to pass 15 cars to be able to get up there. Similar kind of situation for Charles Leclerc. He takes the second battery, or not battery, but power. It's like a
Electrical
energy
storage unit. Yeah.
storage unit. That's his second. So he actually got a P2 yesterday. So, but his grid penalty is going to bring him down 10 spots. So he's going to be starting the swap. So this should be kind of interesting, seeing kind of two of the more favorite cars have to work up and move up through the field. But I have to say, hats off to Sergio Perez. Put in a almost, or put in a 28-1 or 28-2 yesterday, which is one of the fastest laps we've actually seen here in qualifying. And Alonso is right behind him, and you have to be thinking that Alonso is sort of thinking podium here, and then it's going to be very cool with Russell and Sainz and Stroll lurking kind of there in the background, while then Max and Leclerc probably halfway through the race are going to find themselves in the mix as well.
Agreed. So I am on the record as having said that the only thing that can stop Max Verstappen this season is Max or God. And and it
Yeah.
seems like God wanted to have a nice race on a Sunday. Or an interesting race on a Sunday, so he threw the drive shaft failure at Max and Red Bull there. Although here's the question: over under number of cars passed on lap one by Max, and I'm sure there's an official prop bet, but I'm gonna give you 5.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We've seen him in this situation though before
Yeah,
where he knows he has the fastest car, and he and he'll actually just sort of like sit back and not really do anything, or he'll just try to stay out of trouble. So I don't know if he's actually gonna make all the passes right away, but we've definitely seen him. I think it was last year where he had to start from the back, where he's just like, yeah, I just try to stay out of trouble because I know I'll actually pass them once like the race gets underway.
yeah.
So we'll see what he actually decides to do. Turn one should be interesting. I also think Alonso and Perez is gonna be a pretty interesting
So you're
off
gonna
the
take
line
the
there.
under then?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to pass that many cars,
Okay,
to be
okay.
honest with you, to
All
start.
right, so you'll take the under there. Yeah, it should be. I don't know, because this is a street circuit, right? And we've already seen Lando
Yeah, but you
Norris
can
into the
pass
wall,
on
and I know,
this.
no, no, but what I'm saying is we've seen Norris into the wall in qualifying.
Oh,
We
yeah.
saw Alonso, was it Alonso or Stroll spin? One of the Astons spin out, save it. Sargent almost hit the wall, and so there'll definitely be safety cars, right? So
Yeah, this is a race where you typically just wait for the safety car to be able to get your actual get
look at
your
the
allot
heat.
for to get the get your pit. You almost basically wait for that. Most cars should be on a one-stop pit strategy. Two is super aggressive here because there's not that very high tire drag. We'll kind of get into that why Bahrain has more and this one does that. But now we have the lights, and it should be lights out here in Jeddah. And Checo actually has a pretty good start. He's going to be able to go in front. Alonso's going to actually be able to get the inside, and he's going to be able to squeeze Perez. Alonso's going to be able to go in first. Checo's going to go in second. Russell's going to take the inside, and then you have Sainz on the outside, and then you have Stroll lurking there behind. But that's going to be the order for right now. You have Alonso, Perez, Russell, Sainz, and Stroll, and then there's a piece of a car that has flown off. I don't know who it was, but I'm pretty sure it was orange. So it's got to be one of the McLarens. You have the Williams taking the shortcut there. He's going to have to give that spot back up. And then Alonso is going to be able to be free here. He had a really poor start there from Checo. But to be honest with you, you actually almost
Oh.
want to start on the inside at Jeddah because you keep the inside line and it actually works out better for you. And then I think Stroll's going to make the pass here on the outside on Signs. He's going to keep going and wow, that car has a ridiculous amount of grip to be able to pass there,
Yeah, it
and
does.
shows you how much faster they are than the actual Ferrari itself, which is one of the better high downforce cars. And Stroll makes that pass, and that's also without DRS. That's just pure speed and balls. And here we have and Hamilton still is going to be stuck between the two yellow or the two pink cars, basically.
Pink Panthers there. And yeah, the piece of the flying car, which was orange and faded, was the McLaren. Piastri's right wing. So
Yeah, it was
right side of the
something.
front wing is in really bad shape actually. It's like become detached. So there you go. And then
Somebody got 5 seconds though. I missed that.
so Alonso has been noted
Oh,
for.
it's a big dive there by Lando on the Alpha, and both of the Haas's are going side by side too on the last part. I've never actually seen two cars go side by side. They're going to drag race basically down to the end. I think that's going to be Alonso and Perez again going down. Perez tries to make the move there. Perez definitely is going to get him with DRS if he's able to keep this gap. Alonso needs to spread the gap so he loses DRS and can build the gap to Perez
DRS
before the
not
DRS
open.
basically hits. It's one more lap till that happens. Piastri's in the pit, and then yeah, it was Magnussen and Hulkenberg that were actually going at it down the straight, but we lost that camera view to the to Alonso and Perez, but I'm sure the replays are going to be coming up. There's Piastri with the front wing change, which I still think is slower this year than it was last year.
Yeah, I agree. That looks slow. It's really unfortunate for Piastri though, because he qualified up in eighth.
Yeah, it
Well, it
did pretty
started up in
well.
eighth. Yeah, it did really well, right? Especially given Lando had issues as well. I think.
Oh, Alonso has a penalty, actually. That's who
Right.
it
So he's a
is.
5-second penalty.
5 second penalty. Alonso, or so Checo's actually in first here. Alonso's actually in seventh.
So this
technically.
incorrect starting location,
It's
saw
happened
this
twice now.
It's happened twice now.
No. But the one on Ocon, I saw a picture of it, and it's so obvious. Like,
Oh, really?
like you can't even see the white line. You can see the white line on every single car, and then you get to his, and he's just like blatantly over
He's
it,
blatantly
like
over it.
inside. Like he's trying to cut off the car next to him, right? So it's like they cheat over the line.
Yeah. But so my question here though
Like
is
it was so blatant. I was like, yeah, I mean, like you look at all the other cars
from the team.
Yeah,
like,
but you can't reverse.
I mean, you can put these cars in reverse.
Yeah, but it's not a good idea when you have the warm up, you're about to start, etc. Like it. Because then what if you get stuck in reverse or you can't change the gear? Because typically a lot of it times happen when they spin out. Like they can put it in reverse, but then it gets stuck and it's not very good, right? It's not like good for the car to go in reverse. It's not really supposed to go in reverse.
Yeah, but
it's
they
also
definitely
so big. Like, what are you gonna back up and have to get the car behind you and then re-put it? Like, you can't restart that much on the formation lap, unfortunately. It's just pretty much up to the driver to get it right. And this is going to be DRS enabled, so you're gonna probably see some passing here, and then Lando's in the pits as well.
Yeah, so
Alonso radio.
Yeah, so McLaren picking up right where it left off from Bahrain.
Yeah, I thought they were actually going to do much better this year.
I mean, I thought too.
Much better here, because the one thing I couldn't really understand was it that Piastri was doing well, or is that the McLaren car is just like slightly better here? Because Lando didn't, like, he never actually was able to put in a quality time, so you didn't really actually be able to understand that comparison. I think that McLaren in general is just a better car here in Jeddah, and the fact that now they both have problems, or not really problems. They
True,
damage to the cars.
He hit the left tire on an entry actually onto one of the turns, which is a little bizarre. And so yeah, you're right. He never really put in a quality time. So, and your under was correct. Max Verstappen only passed 2 cars.
He's kind of just lurking. And this should be pretty interesting because he's going to pass both of the Haas's, right? And then Perez is going to go inside here on Alonso.
He's going to lock up the left rear.
Oh, huge lockup, but he's actually still going to be able to make the corner, and he's still fine.
I mean, do you need to go that hard?
May hurt him. That's the other thing, too. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get in front now, and then
Yeah, he's trying to like
the
build
race pace
lead,
of the
right?
Yeah, exactly. He's going to build a 5-10 second gap, so then when Max comes, he has the gap to be able to move into.
All right, let's see it. Oh, he's too far to the left.
Yeah, he's off of it.
Oh, he's too far to the left.
Yeah, look.
And
from the Ferrari view, it's clearly but it's clearly the car in front of him is.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. And Sainz is over the yellow though.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, that's the same thing that Ocon got. It was the same problem.
Oh, I thought it was the yellow line that they were. But either way, I suppose. You know, I do wonder if Sainz ratted him out.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, this is the Piastri one. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So his first F1 start, where he actually tries to. It's technically his
I mean, he
second
still
one.
started last week.
Yeah, he did. Oh, okay, yep. Yeah, but it was a
There's
short.
not that much.
He kind of gets squeezed there. He's off the track. He makes contact. Bummer.
I don't really know. There's not that much he can do there. It's just like kind of the not the best spot to be in, I guess.
It's it's kind of hard to see the lights from that far back. Oh my gosh, that's when he locks up the. Oh, sorry, it was the left front actually.
Doesn't look that horrible, but yeah, it definitely is not great. You
No, it's
can't
not
really see the
ideal.
spot, but it's not that good. And then I guess the next person in Max's sights is going to be Joe, and then Leclerc's next after that. So
Yeah.
that's
So then it
going to
gets
be somewhat
interesting
interesting.
because he went ahead and passed the two Haas's, so he's got 4 positions. Was it? I think they were interviewing Max prior to the race, and he was saying that Fernando had a bet that Max would be up in second by lap 25, which is halfway through the race, ironically. So he's got a bit of a ways to go, I think.
Interesting with the I'm just sort of curious what Russell makes out of this race, right? He's in third here. He has Stroll kind of on him, and then Sainz is also behind him. And we know that the Mercedes pace in general just isn't really that great.
Apparently, they're committing to going to the other design 2.
Did they commit to it?
That's what they said pre-race that they had like a big meeting this week, and then they basically the writing is on the wall based on the jump in performance by the Aston Martins having copied the design, right? And so
Yep.
Mercedes is looking at them being like, we may as if you can't beat them, join them. So
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's sort of the thing that when you go down one design avenue, it's really hard to, you can't just adjust certain things on the car to necessarily make it go faster. If you keep going down one avenue, it makes it more difficult to reverse and go back to it down a different way as well. And that's where Mercedes basically is. They've committed to this one strategy, but if they keep going, they actually can't take out their performance that they expect that's comparable to the other cars that are going down the other path, right?
right.
Which is kind of more the, everybody says it's like, oh, the side pod issue, but it's just structurally the whole car is fundamentally wrong, basically.
It's unfortunate because it would be cool to kind of see cars that have very different,
Yeah,
very
but this kind of
different
goes back to
designs.
my what we said last week. If they all run the same sims in the models, and
Yeah.
the algos and the models all become sort of smart, right? And it all will eventually converge into everybody's sort of doing the exact same thing. But I think it just happens faster now that we use algos and models and how they do the testing.
I wonder if they've
Whereas
tried
like
to.
10, 15 years ago, it was like, what's on the guy's car and let me put it on mine, right? Like you were visually looking at it.
They should ask ChatGPT to design them
Yeah,
a new
and
F1
that's a
car.
lot of weaving down the
It
straight
is.
from I don't know why we switched to this view because I can't see anything. I think I I think he
Where?
passed Gasly.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
it's got a 3-way battle, and then they give you the helmet cam.
Yeah,
Good
it's
lord.
like the one spot to not do it.
All right, so
Yeah, I
Leclerc's
mean,
making
I
progress
think
here.
Gasly. There's not much Gasly can do about this. Here's the replay. Yeah, I mean, his car's also the Alpine in general is just not that fast. Yeah, it's not that.
The
Yeah,
Ferrari looks very nice, kind of
no.
very
Yeah, it
fluid
was
through
great.
those turns. Yeah.
And the Ferrari's been going pretty well here. They still lack. I still think they have the tire deg issue, and they just lack a little bit of pace. But in general, I think the car is much better here than in Bahrain. But that comes down to the kind of the tire deg discussions, where it's sort of here in Jeddah, you have less tire deg overall because there's no actual like low speed corners. There's only high speed, so you're just like slightly touching the wheel, and not as much force actually goes through the tire, to basically destroy the tire.
Really, you just hope that car stays in one piece.
pretty much.
He's also on soft tires. Interestingly enough, he's on a very different. He's the only one on softs at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go softs medium, and everybody may go medium soft.
Okay, so well, you got Lewis Hamilton in front of him on
He's
hards.
gonna have DRS open here, and he's gonna think about making the pass on Lewis.
Oh, too much of a gap
I
here.
don't think he's gonna get close enough.
Maybe not.
Though. I think on the next.
Oh
pass,
wait, this is Verstappen.
Wait.
They
Yeah,
they flipped from
okay,
one red car to
there's
another, and I
Verstappen
was like
passing
very confused.
Hulkenberg, or no, Zhao.
Zhou,
Sorry.
Yeah. So he's in 10th. So he's in the points. There you go. He's now made 5 places. Oh, so yeah, there you go. There's the thing for weaving, because you said
Yeah,
you even
totally,
called it
right?
out. There's a ton of
Yeah.
weaving going down this straight here.
They're all like they all of them changed multiple lines multiple times in the straight. So
Start straight incident involving car.
yeah, you're allowed to
Hamilton
move.
weaving.
You're allowed to move once, move multiple times. But the guys basically, or the commentator is saying if it's you break the toe or not, but it doesn't matter, right? Like you only can move it once, toe or not. So Alonso Radio.
Interesting. Is that plan A to go farther? Yeah,
yeah.
one stop.
I guess the gap now to Stroll though is the 5 seconds, right? So it's not as bad anymore. Alonso needs to almost keep in. The thing is, Alonso needs to keep in pace with Perez to keep the DRS so he can extend the gap to basically 3rd and 4th. So he keeps himself in that area as well. And I think this is going to be where Charles makes the pass on Lewis down the straight, DRS open.
Yeah, you were asking about the pace of Russell.
Charles is going to take the inside. And that should be a very easy pass there. Good job from Charles.
I mean, this kind of ties
can
into
do.
what you were asking about earlier, which is the pace of the Mercedes, and you were kind of asking,
Wow, you got a straight up black and white flag.
Wait, isn't that just a warning?
Yeah, but I'm surprised they did that. They're like, I feel like it's just yeah, interesting.
So yeah, Russell continuing to fall off the pace actually.
Yeah,
he's now
which is
5 seconds behind Alonso. And Perez is
which
now
I can't
broken
tell
DRS.
is because if Russell is blocking them off, or it's because her. Okay. Yeah, I was actually also confused why he's on a hard.
Yeah, he's aside from the 2 McLarens, Magnussen, Sargent, which are all 17 through 20, he's the only one, right? So that's why I was like, yeah, Leclerc's the only one on a soft, Hamilton's the only one on a hard, and
I thought that was very odd to begin with.
7 and 8th. Though they did say earlier that like George and Hamilton are on different strategies, based on their starting positions.
Ooh, where was this? Max passing Gasly. I think that's on. I forget the term, but it's where they turn around. Oh no,
27
was on the last. Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, just the very last one actually to go back onto the start finish straight.
Oh god, here's Lewis next.
Oh, now this is gonna be fun.
Let's see if Lewis brakes checks him.
But oh man, actually we're looking at Sainz right now, pursuing Stroll.
Yeah, this is interesting to me because this honestly tells you if the Ferrari's fast, like it's a good indicator of their actual pace against the Aston. And he's lurking within 1 second, but I don't think he can actually pass Stroll.
This is Verstappen hunting down Hamilton, and this is when Verstappen puts it into 9th gear here. Instead of Hamilton.
I mean, Lewis is cooked. There's nothing
else.
Yeah,
the hard tire probably isn't really working for him here.
Yeah, I don't think it works for him at all. And on top of it, he's driving a not so great car. Which you have to give credit to George and Lewis because the car kind of stinks and
they still do pretty good.
They're still in the top 10, so it's it's pretty
this has been the story. This has been the story since last year, though. Like George was turning in average 5th place finishes throughout the entirety of the season. It was very consistent in a garbage car. Yeah, Very, very consistent.
Alonso radio again. Yeah, Lewis.
So they're
Let
saying,
us
yeah,
know
the
about
hard
that.
compound is not great. So they've looked at the
Yeah.
Mercedes data. Yeah. Hey,
All they had to
Timothy,
do was
welcome
turn
in.
Lewis's radio on, and
Timothy's
this is a new addition. If you're listening to the Scott or the ESPN feed, is Bernie Collins. Pretty interesting. She was the head of race strategy at Aston Martin, and kind of adds in a whole like different perspective. She's super knowledgeable. It's very interesting listening to her speaking, but it also is very funny that she's the former head of strategy at Aston Martin, and now Aston Martin's really good.
oh, jeez.
But she has nothing to do with how fast the car goes. So it's
no,
terrible.
for sure. Timothy chiming in here into chat, still stung about the Duke loss.
Oh yeah, the Duke loss. Yeah,
I'm over it. I can't even. It is what it is. Not our year. And then of course,
just came up against the team of grown men.
it was unfortunate. Just a nightmare of a matchup, honestly.
Hey, but don't feel bad. Everybody else is losing.
I mean, Kansas lost like right
Yeah.
after us too. I mean, that was a
Perez radio.
bummer. Yeah, if your team has a blue jersey, it's not a good year for you. Apparently.
If your team's in
The
general,
red-
if your
the
team's
red
somewhat
teams-
young,
the
and
red
here's
teams
gonna
are doing
be
well.
Maybe a pass. He was thinking about it. I think Max is gonna get him down the straight here. Should be pretty easy.
Next
pass, and
DRS
I
here? Yeah, I
wouldn't
think
really
so.
expect. Like Lewis can't defend.
There
like,
it is.
He's not gonna defend this. Just let him go down.
And Max goes through, and he takes the championship. Oh wait, no, wrong race.
Lewis is just like whatever. Unfortunately, that's
At
where
least
Lewis
he's
is
not
right
being
now.
lapped. At least he's not being lapped.
Yeah, this time he may be lapped in the future. This race goes long enough. Who's next? Leclerc. Now this is interesting.
Now this one is interesting.
If
Actually,
he can actually get up. Well,
is Leclerc next or is Ocon
Leclerc-
next?
yeah, I think the thing's wrong.
No. I'm saying, will Leclerc pass Ocon?
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what I'm saying. Like, it, or it's right here. I need to see the time difference between actually Charles and.
He's right
Because
on
I'm
him.
assuming Leclerc is doing the similar lap as Max, but Ocon's not. So they're both catching Ocon and everybody else, but their time difference may not change. Does that make sense?
Exactly. That's exactly
Yeah.
what yeah. So Leclerc's a 135.1. Verstappen's a
Yeah,
135.3.
Yeah,
Ocon
he's
is a
going faster. He's on the soft.
135.5. So yes, they're basically moving up the field together. Is essentially what's happening. Yeah.
And oh yeah, just comment. Yeah, honestly, you can walk away from the season with your head held.
I
high,
think the
man.
season is a resounding success. I mean, as for
You
year
guys
one,
won the ACC championship, and
Yeah.
this new coach, like, what are the? I mean, how are you supposed to like? I don't know. It's like the best coach has ever been. You're supposed to like replace him and win automatically, and I think this is gonna. So this is what we were just talking about. There's Charles is gonna pass Ocon, and then Ocon is next for Max.
Yep, exactly, and he's right behind him. I just think it's unfortunate that they didn't have their full complement of players because they were so good when everyone played, and the stat was 19-1 with all 6 available. A start essentially the 5 plus the bench, and then 8-8 otherwise. It's like the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's just unfortunate that you run into a really good team when you don't have your full complement of players. What are you gonna do?
It's unlucky sometimes.
Unlucky.
Alonso saying the tire's feeling good and he can keep going. Now the gap has very much increased.
Very much
as we can
increased.
see.
But they wanted to extend this stint, right? So
Correct.
yeah.
Well, I also, to be honest with you, not to. I mean, I don't think Aston's really racing for first place here. Like
I would
anymore
think so.
after the penalty, no way.
Oh, after the penalty.
Like
well,
no shot.
Sort of curious if you take the penalty under a safety car. Actually, that does work out better for you, doesn't it?
Yeah, but not as.
But nobody's hit a wall yet, so Sainz gets called into box here, which is kind of odd because he's on mediums.
He's on medium.
Actually, Stroll
but
gets
he
called
can't
into
get
pit
past.
too.
Yeah, it's Stroll.
No, they just do it the Ferrari
should
one.
be able to get Ocon here down the main straight. Him and Ocon do have history, so we'll see. He's harvesting there. It's going to let him go through. Let Max go.
Yeah, that was an easy pass there. So they're gonna
It's
put
pretty
Stroll.
sensible. Stroll 2-9. Stroll is going on.
He's gonna come out in 12th? No, 11th. He's gonna beat this Williams
I
around
think
here.
he's on hards, isn't he?
He is on hards.
Didn't. Huh.
Huh, indeed.
Maybe they should have kept Bernie Collins.
Yeah, maybe this is the one-stop hard strategy here.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, see how it turns out, because I just thought they were saying the hards weren't good.
Yeah. And well, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm pretty sure you can still one stop by going mediums to like 2025. Like you can, like you don't need the hard. I don't know how to explain, but you don't like need the hards to go 30 laps. Like you can
No,
extend your
yeah.
mediums.
They did say the pit window for softs was between 13 and 20. So if you go medium soft, you'd have to kind of extend 25 to it'd be close. It'd be
Yeah,
close,
it's
right?
right on the edge.
Yeah.
It's so close to the wall. And here's Max chasing down the Ferrari
Well, I'm looking at the
in
map
1.6
here.
seconds.
And actually, so yeah, at this point, the race is on because it's Leclerc and Sainz. So Max just has two Ferraris in front of him. So
Basically.
the only thing left to pass is the Ferraris. That's kind of cool that the guns have
Yeah,
lights on them.
that was neat.
That's new.
I think some of them had them last. I could be wrong, but that's cool.
It is
You
kind
know
of
what
cool.
it could be also is that we don't see it because it's nighttime.
Oh, yeah, because typically, but I don't know. I feel like they're bright enough where you definitely would see them.
Yeah, it's also true. Here's Gasly is also pitted here, so this is going to be his stint. Not do. Remember, he did come from 20th and got points last week, so actually, I know he's gone
True.
kind of under the radar. He's actually been racing pretty well in the Alpine, which has not improved their car that much, to be quite honest with you. And I think they were the least. I forget the time difference, but they were like second or third least improvement.
Least improved.
Yeah. And Checo's basically by himself.
He is by himself here. If you can even look at the map on this one, and he's just kind of, out for a Sunday stroll at the moment. Or a Sunday evening, I suppose. And we have the Ferrari coming in here.
Yeah.
This one is
it's a
Science. Yep.
Sainz.
Going on hards.
Interesting. Others, everybody's doing the hards here. Okay.
This 2.7 is.
He's gonna have what, 2 more laps on Stroll with his hards? Oh,
Yeah.
where did he end up with Stroll here? Actually, at the top.
He's well ahead.
He's
actually.
gonna end up ahead. He pushed that.
Yeah.
Good job, Ferrari.
He's got him by
Yep.
3.6
You
seconds.
guys
Interesting.
You guys did the over whatever it's called, and you
Overcut?
guys did really well. Yeah, overcut him. That was really good.
That was good. Well done by Ferrari there. Actually,
He's
and I
got
thought
to
it
be
was
able to hold that, and I think he should be able to. They're saying he has to warm up the tires, but
I thought it was
like
a
3
slow
seconds
pit
behind.
stop, honestly.
Yeah, a lot. That's insane. Actually, he must have put in some crazy lap times to get that gap because
Yeah.
he was literally behind him by a second, and now he's ahead by 3. Huh. And I think.
Well, I think the other thing is that Stroll came out into traffic,
Oh,
which
that
probably
also
didn't
could
help.
be it.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Verstappen.
Yeah, this is Max and Charles.
Yeah. Max and Charles here. I mean, Max is just, oh my goodness. He is. Well,
Just like way faster than him.
I think I was watching in the pre-race too. They said that the Red Bulls are 17 kilometers per hour faster.
They're gonna box Leclerc so he can't fight Max, but Max is definitely gonna pass him here.
They're 17 kilometers an hour faster with their DRS than the next car. You're right. They're all lighting up. Maybe
Yeah,
it is
they
a night
are.
thing.
That's cool.
That is
Huh.
interesting. Yeah, look.
But it turns a different color when it's
It's green when the torque is.
green when it's
It's
locked
got
in.
the right torque. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. And this is the next one. So is Charles now going to be ahead of?
A Stroll,
Yes.
yeah.
Wow. Nice job, Ferrari. Good strategy.
Wow. Okay. They
Nice job.
actually got the strategy right.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Very good job.
Very nice.
And we're gonna get a yellow flag, but
Is it? How yellow is the flag? Is the
great
question.
Oh, I just got scream limited. How many are you watching it on yours?
I only have one on.
Yeah, only have one.
Oh, there's two yellows. Uh-oh.
Stroll.
Uh-oh. Well, so
Well, there goes
unfortunate
one.
for Ferrari.
But my goodness, what a Yep, because now everybody else can pit, and Ferrari just pitted.
Yeah, Ferrari just pitted, and
my God.
oh boy.
And they did so well too.
And this is what I said, Alonso, you take your 5 seconds under a safety car, much better.
Yep, safety car.
Well, that was interesting. They must have seen something that got them very worried to just essentially stop the car.
There
he on
may have
fire?
been something.
What?
No, I think those are the brakes.
The brakes are on fire?
The brakes could be on fire or something. Yeah, the brakes are just hot. But yeah, we need to see like something may have happened where. Why do they need a safety car though? He's kind of like.
Well,
Don't
it
you
should
need
just
to
be a virtual,
push the
right?
car? Can't you just push the car here and it's done? No?
You could
Or am I
pull it.
wrong?
Yeah. Hey, buddy.
So weird. Yeah. It's totally not. Russell Mercedes. Russell's gonna box here. Perez boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Max is gonna double stack it too. They should.
They should, yeah. Yeah, well, I still don't get why it's not just a virtual.
I don't know either. The car's not like on the track.
Yeah, this is odd. This should just be a virtual safety car. Very confused. Okay, so Alonso's going to serve his 5.
Better serve it right. Don't end up like Ocon last week.
Yeah, right?
Like, Jesus.
Ocon's still serving penalties from the week before.
Like, wait till it actually hits 5 seconds. That was a really fast stop, though. Jesus, after it, too, 2.6, it was really
Well,
good.
I mean, everybody is there waiting for it, right? You'd hope.
Yeah, but still. 2.8 from Max.
Where is the safety car? See, the safety car is like next to that lime green one. Did they ever actually deploy it?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm
I don't
so
understand either.
confused.
I don't actually know where it is. I can't even see it on the map.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to.
Oh, well,
it's
it's the black dot. It's the black dot.
I guess?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Maybe there are 2 of them though. That's why. Yeah, there it
only
is.
be
It's
one.
out there. It's out there.
Okay. Yeah. Now everybody just needs to catch back up.
No, it looks like they have another like backup one in the pit lane, which is why I was confused.
They have multiple ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very interesting spot to stop because like, what happens
Just
here?
move the car. I mean, just move the car a little bit. Here, this is what happens. Yeah, there it is.
What?
It just downshifts, loses all power.
No, well, he's told to stop, right? Huh. I,
Yeah, something just straight up. You can hear that the car when he downshifted, it's
huh.
like, man.
Weird. Well, so yeah, so being able to serve the 5-second penalty under caution essentially lets Alonso retain second.
Yes.
And now you
Not
have
lucky there.
Verstappen, Sainz,
Yeah,
Hamilton, and
but it
Leclerc.
doesn't help because now Verstappen's, that it doesn't, like, it helps you, but then Verstappen's right next to you now
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
being 20 seconds behind you.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is what we were saying, right?
So
That
like Max is easily just now will be very interesting.
Max P2 by lap 25.
Will be very interesting
Was-
what happens when
was
Max
the
gets
call.
in second. Because it's still the start of the championship. It's not like a big deal.
Yeah,
Checo
yeah.
got first.
Checo,
He got
he's
his
got pole.
pole.
He got pole. Right?
Shouldn't just give it to Max, right? Like,
Nope. Nope.
but we'll see what happens. That's Patrice Evra. What a clown.
those glasses with the red.
Man, you.
It's a Sunday. Are they not playing?
No, I don't have to watch that pain for this week. We have off for some reason.
Oh, they're off.
Thank God. Doesn't have to ruin my weekend. That's why it's such a good weekend.
Ha!
And it should end here. Oh no. We gotta go around one more time. Kidding me?
Gotta go around one more time.
It's a safety car ending, but it's a whole nother lap.
Yeah, yeah. And we have another pit stop for McLaren just going back to the pit stop strategy. If they pit enough, they might win. Oh my god. Team like they definitely win the award for most pit stops. You'd hope that they're like so well practiced that they have this thing down.
I just don't understand that what's going on with McLaren. I don't get it.
I'm not sure
It's
they
so
understand either.
Yeah, I don't think they understand either, which is probably the biggest problem.
Hey, buddy.
Well, it looks like a lot of cars have found each other. So the Alphas are together, the Alpines are together.
Yeah.
Does Charles replay what?
Oh my goodness. Those two have this like love-hate relationship, I would think. So funny.
Dude, that's so dumb.
A question.
That's not even like a what's it called? That's not even like a team principal thing. That's just your race engineer falling asleep at the job.
Falling asleep.
I don't know what to
He
tell
needs
you. Like,
somebody get him another espresso, man.
like I no comment. Like that's not something Frederick is supposed to change or like Benotto. Like that's literally just not paying attention. Like I don't know what to tell you. And Perez is off.
There should be no DRS for a little bit here.
There's no DRS here. But Perez got a very good jump, and then Russell's was thinking about it.
Russell was thinking about
Yeah,
it, but
right.
Verstappen is now in
Alonso played good
fourth.
defense there. Whoa, the two pink cars going side by side. I said the Frenchies are gonna hate each other. Okay, he gets through. Ferrari trying to warm the tires up. Actually, it's kind of funny.
Wait, did Verstappen get the pass on Sainz?
No, Verstappen was ahead of Sainz.
It was ahead of Sainz. Okay. Now he's gonna hunt Russell here.
Yeah, once DRS turns on, I don't think Sainz is like trying to. I don't think. Yeah, no, the gap's
You know,
big now.
this is what we should do every week, just to make things more interesting. We just put Max in 20th and see if he can
agree.
make and see if he can make it to the front.
Way more exciting.
Way more exciting that way. For the spectacle.
I think that
course.
should be it. If you have the fastest car on pole, you should start in last.
You should start in last. Just invert the order. Yeah. Oh man.
The car is so much faster than
It's
the
so much
Mercedes.
it's so much faster, man.
It's just like, dude, he doesn't have DRS, and he's literally going faster. He's like breaking the gap. What do you think Toto says?
Toto is
Like, what do you
probably.
what do you watch? Like, what do you?
I don't know.
Doesn't even have DRS. He's gonna pass him. Maybe.
He's got some weaving going on. Look at Leclerc and Hamilton behind.
Yeah,
There's a little
those two
battle.
are.
Hamilton's trying to go outside here. No.
Oh, Leclerc's gonna push him outside. Yeah, good defense there by Leclerc. Actually, very good.
Sorry, that was Sainz and Hamilton, not Leclerc actually. But
Oh, yeah,
Hamilton's going to
Sainz and
pass
Hamilton.
him. Oh
Wait,
wow!
Wait, how?
Hamilton actually gets him.
Yeah, we need a replay of that because because Sainz defended really well into the corner, and then we lost the camera. It went to somebody else. And then he
Hamilton on
got
the medium.
exit. That was a really good job.
Come on.
Let's see I would love to see the replay there. There it is. There, nice. Is Lewis?
No, but see, he doesn't. It's not on this one. It's on the next
Yeah,
one.
I know. That's what I'm saying. On the exit of this corner, right here, he gets him on the exit. Yeah, Carlos went too far.
Got him on the inside.
Yep. That was really good. That was excellent on Lewis. He basically just took the faster line, relaxed, and I'll get him on the exit. I'll get better traction and pull. That's really smart pass.
One more lap for DRS, it seems.
Yeah, one more lap to DRS. See, this is a situation where I just don't think Max needs to, like, if you know DRS is going to open, like, why even risk it?
Yeah, you don't need to do anything
Right?
crazy. I agreed.
Like, I don't know. I know there's always like I should be able to, but like, is he going to dive this? No, I don't. Yeah. 2 years ago, he would have dove that.
Yeah. But there's
But
just no need.
There's no need. It's kind of interesting. If you look at I can't tell if it's just because it's black, but if you look at like Russell, it feels like the headrest is much smaller. Like his head is like right next to the side of the car, and then if you look at Max's, it feels like he has more space.
I
don't know. Where tires feel good. It's so interesting. Everybody's saying they like these tires, and Lewis started with them and said he didn't like them.
Yeah. I just
And
it
now,
feels backwards.
And then now Lewis
right?
is on the mediums, and he's like, "This is great." That shows you how backwards the Mercedes is.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, DRS is enabled, so I don't think Russell's gonna make it.
He's gonna gobble him up here.
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't even think Max is gonna pass him here. He's gonna just pass him down the straight. Oh,
see ya.
Okay, never mind.
Huh.
That was the easiest pass I've ever seen.
Goodbye. Got a fastest lap out of Perez at 1:33.46. And let's see, Alonso is next. So Max P2 by lap 25. Not bad of a prediction by Alonso.
Not bad.
Not bad. That is really funny.
Dude, this car is nuts.
17, it's not kilometers, 17 miles an hour.
No, but he's getting more benefit from the DRS than any other car.
That's what I'm saying.
Too. Yes. It's really weird.
17
it's like the DRS
miles per hour.
He has such a larger DRS advantage than anybody else.
That is 25. It's almost 30 kph. 17 miles an hour is like 28 kilometers per hour. That's insane. That's, oh my god. It's like the difference of you like driving, you're driving down the street at 30 and the other guy comes by and he's just driving 50 and you're like, whoa, that guy's going really fast.
I mean, look how close he is to the Aston.
Yeah.
And the DRS is going to open here. And he's arguably about to pass the second. He's arguably about to pass the second fastest car on the grid. Dude, I mean, He's gonna pass him down the main
This is
straight.
on the start finish straight here. They're gonna come out at
This
27
is much
in a
smarter to
second.
pass here.
Yeah,
That's
it
why I
is.
thought it was crazy he was gonna pass Russell in the other thing. I was like, why
Gonna
even?
make his move on the inside here. He's just launched, man.
Yeah, Alonso's like, what am I supposed to do about this?
Max
Can't even
Verstappen,
defend.
P2 by lap 25, right on time.
Cars that rock.
Wow. All right, well, now I guess we get to figure out who's going to come in third.
Yeah.
So that was interesting for about half the race.
Yeah, now it's back to normal.
I mean, you got 2 Mercedes in 4 and 5, followed by 2 Ferraris in 6 and 7, followed by 2 Alpines in 7 and 8, and then there's an AlphaTauri, followed by 2 Haas's in 11 and 12, followed by 2 more Williams in 13th and 14th. Oh my goodness! And then there's Joe in an Alpha. There's the second
McLaren.
Sorry, Joe in yes. In an AlphaTauri, this is the second one in 16th. Then you got 2 McLarens, and then finally Bottas there in 19th, and Stroll is out. So 2 by 2, the cars went.
I don't. So I'm not like waving a red flag as like a warning, but like what's going on with Alfa Romeo? Because they weren't really that bad last year. They were sort of like mid-table,
Yeah,
and like last race they were like not good, and this race again. And Bottas is typically like a pretty quick driver. I I don't know. I don't know. They got to figure something out there because they were like Zhao had pretty good finishes last year. Like Bottas did too, and maybe they're still starting to figuring out at the beginning of the season. But still, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, AlphaTauri hasn't done as well either. Although they do
Yeah.
have Tsunoda in the points at the moment.
Good old Yuki in 10 there.
Yeah.
Yuki, he missed it 11th, right? Last week.
I don't remember.
I think he missed. He did better than De Vries. He's done better than De Vries every time, but I think he missed the.
It might be Alpha versus McLaren, but when it comes down to the end of the season in the constructors.
I mean,
at this rate,
Williams is literally better.
Williams is better. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I know there was like a lot made of, like not that much made of it, but like Sargent obviously didn't like qualify well here, and I don't really know how to put this in perspective, but like if you've never raced on this track, or like it's your first season in Formula One.
Yeah.
Brake failure for Albon.
Brake failure for Albon, but he's still out on track.
Like this is probably one of the worst tracks ever. To like just be like, oh yeah, let's drive this one. It's so difficult. Like as an actual driver, like it's so scary, and especially if you're like new into Formula One. Like, if I would like the team principal James or whatever was like slightly, it wasn't annoyed, but he was like, it's fine. He's kind of a young driver, and I totally agree with that. Like, there's no need to like send it and like push it and mess something up. Just like wait till the race and
well,
look where he is.
He didn't put it in the wall.
Okay. Yeah. So like, I think especially at this track, second track of the season, you have to be like somewhat careful with the young drivers, honestly, because like it's so hard.
I'm confused why Albon didn't pit.
Oh, because what are they gonna do to the brake?
No, and retire him. Like he's just gonna go out on the track and like cause another yellow, right? Question mark.
Well, he doesn't care.
No, I suppose true, but like.
Those are cool uniforms, by the way. The old Golf colors on the helmets.
I think the blue looks awful.
Oh yeah, because it's like teal, but that's the old Golf Racing Ford GT and McLaren thing. This is kind of cool. Here's the Duracell battery running out of battery.
Yeah, apparently.
Hamilton Russell.
Now, so my question though, the Williams is a Mercedes-powered car, but designed like a Red Bull, right? With like proper side pods.
No, that's the Aston.
No. The Williams has a Mercedes engine, does it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it
So
has.
does the Aston.
You're right. Oh, so does the Aston. Okay.
And then
Really?
they hired Dan Follows, which was Adrian Newey's right hand for the 15
No.
years.
Yeah, I
And
knew
he
that
basically
part.
just brought over the Red Bull. So they took the Mercedes engine, basically put a Red Bull body on it.
Okay.
And then I forget where the other dude came from. There were like 3 of them. And then he came from another team, but they came together and basically just made like a very good car. So it was like a combination of the Mercedes best things, the best of the Red Bull, and then I forget the other one. But that's what they did.
Yeah,
But
despite
yeah, the
the.
Williams is a Mercedes, but it's like it's a different design, you're right,
Yeah.
than the actual Mercedes car. But they're all Mercedes powered.
Right, they're all Mercedes powered. Yeah. And
The engine for Mercedes never seems to actually be the problem, by the way. Like
No.
the engine is like it's very freaking reliable.
Yeah, the
Like,
engine
these
is
cars
fine.
typically don't. I don't think they retired much due to the actual engine or failure or anything like that. The engine's actually pretty fast.
They
What
may have had
what they got
one.
wrong is the aero.
They got the
arrow's
arrow
totally
wrong.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May have had one retirement last year, if that even. But
Yeah, I don't. I feel like they finished most of the races.
they definitely did. But even still, like even with the bad arrow, right? They're 4th and 5th right now, which I mean is fine, I suppose. But they're let's see what the gap is. It's about 12 seconds right now. Although it's the last week, it was 50 seconds. That was the real problem.
Yeah. Well.
It was 50 seconds to the leader last week.
Yeah.
But now it's 12, so it's not as bad.
Well, thank the safety car for that one.
Yeah.
No, Russell, he already served it, buddy.
What's Russell think the what? I missed that part.
Because let's keep pushing. Alonso's got the 5-second time penalty.
Oh.
The race engineer is like, he already served, and he goes, "Oh, bleep."
I mean, he's only 2 seconds
He's like,
behind.
you should have told me.
He's only 2 seconds behind. Actually, Sargent here has a DRS on Hulkenberg here. That'd be an interesting one to see if Sargent can make this move here.
Can go it. He's actually making up a lot of time.
He
picked up
is.
6/10 on lap 27.
Definitely pushing hard here.
Yeah, he really is.
So that's definitely one to keep an eye on down there. If it'd be interesting to see if he can get his first points.
It'd be cool if he can actually get up there.
But yeah, Verstappen and Perez are just kind of on their own. Alonso is there, and then the two Mercedes. The Ferraris have found each other and follow each other. They're like, two dogs in love with one another, just kind of go together.
I don't think he's close enough to make the pass here. Or maybe he goes outside. No.
Inside again.
There, Hulkenberg.
Inside though.
Maybe
inside
the
here.
Better exit.
Yes, inside here. We saw that the inside on turn 3 looks pretty good. Not quite.
Keep going. Oh, he backed out of it.
It was pretty close. Hey, Chris Hand, welcome into chat. Nice to see the
howdy.
Duke regulars. We got a long way to go before the next season. We're gonna have this is the off season here for us.
That was close. I think Logan, if he charges the battery and goes again, he may be able to get it. I think he just needs to charge for one more lap and kind of stay close, because unfortunately his move slowed him down, and now Zhao's on his butt.
Yep, exactly what I was looking at is I saw it. You had an Alpha within a half second of you behind.
Almost lost time by trying to be able to pass, and now he's more under pressure.
Although I agree, you mentioned this earlier about what do they do when Verstappen gets up in second, and
this is what I'm saying. Yeah,
I think you just leave them here, honestly. Like, look, Checo got pole. Unless something happens to Checo's car, you let the pole winner take the pole. Yeah. Do I know who is coming back? Actually, Ryan Young announced that he is returning for a 5th season this morning. That news has already broken, actually, on the Duke side of things. Nobody else has confirmed anything. which is sort of interesting. I figured as a grad student that was already your 5th year, but I guess he has an extra year, so he'll be staying. Yep. I expect Lively, Whitehead, and Filipowski to all leave, and then Proctor to stay. Proctor and Roach probably stay. That's my take. So we'll see if how right or wrong I am on that.
Huh. Interesting. Huh, that's cool. Interesting. James Vowles, who used to work for Toto.
Yeah. The two Red Bulls kind of swapping fastest laps with one
Yeah.
another.
Well, because they're both doing the same. Checo's sitting there talking to his race engineer. He's like, if you don't keep the lap times up,
Right.
Max is going to end up passing you. So you need to lay it down either way. And Checo's maintained the 5-second gap. So
Yeah, I think you just end the race this way. There's no reason not to.
yeah, unless unless Max actually starts going way faster and like passes him. Then
But why? You have a gap to Alonso of 8 seconds. He's not even in your rearview mirror. Like, it just doesn't matter, right?
Because you still want first.
I mean,
talking about?
yeah, okay.
What are you just gonna tell a racer that? Oh no, you're good. You're gonna get second. That's it.
Well, yeah, because
Oh.
the other guy qualified, so, like, and he got pole. So
Yeah, and whose fault was that? Your car broke, not yours. Team's fault. So
I mean, I guess.
I think it's just I think it's just you let them race. Like if you're actually faster, then pass them, and that's fine.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't even know if they actually have to change tires again. Is the other thing, right?
Max is literally looking at Checo as being like, I need to beat him to win the championship.
Yeah.
So there's no like.
Could be.
It's Charles, I'm assuming he's like locking up here, or just misses the turn. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, we'll be doing the F1 races. As I said, it's kind of like our off-season gig. It's just kind of fun. It's fun to spend a Sunday morning together. So we'll be doing these throughout the season. Although they come at awkward times. Like, I don't know, Australia's at 10 p.m. Pacific is the next one. I don't know if you want to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we did Australia.
We didn't.
Year.
Well, I was at a wedding actually last year.
But it's like 1 in the morning.
It's like 1 in the morning, and then there's Azerbaijan.
I woke up and watched it.
Yeah. Baku is at 4 a.m. Pacific time. It's so brutal. And they just
Good defense there by Hulkenberg. Logan was peaking.
Logan was peaking. He might be charging, like, he has to charge the battery, right, for like another run. And he might be ready to do that. So. Yeah, Chris.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're Piastri here, you're in 17th, and the car that you could have driven is in 9th.
This Leclerc radio message is so... I can't.
Yeah, dude. Like, this guy needs a new team or something. Like, I just.
And the response is brilliant. The response is just like, yeah, okay, we get it. I don't know what to do. It's like, I don't know what to do. I might just pull the car in the wall. Like, I'll just pull off here or something. Oh my god. It's just so funny. I mean, it's sad, but it's just like, it's a meme at this point. Like,
it must be. I can't imagine how frustrating that is.
Oh yeah.
He is just sitting behind the signs.
He is. Yeah, he's just sitting behind signs. Who's just sitting behind the two Mercedes? They're like, they're not really going anywhere.
Listen to Bernie here. Interesting. Everybody else has mediums left in the top 5, and Ferrari only has softs left.
Well, but I mean, there's only 16 laps, right? Like couldn't you go?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
she's just talking about if there's a safety car, who then gets you tire advantage. And the medium probably still wins out. The
You-
medium in general is just a better tire
mm,
for the track, grip wise. I think.
we're on board with George. Yeah.
So the Red Bulls are lapping a second faster than Alonso.
Yep.
Oh, go Yuki!
Uh.
Oh, you're gonna
Yuki-
get cooked here, I think.
Maybe not actually.
Maybe you hold it this time, actually. Oh, he locked up. He almost ran into him. Ah, that works out very nice for Yuki. K-Mag messed that one up.
Still holding on to that 10th spot for a single point.
Come on, Yuki, you can do it.
I'm still looking at Sargent, man. I'm still looking at USA down here in number 13th.
Yeah.
He's still got an opportunity.
I still think it's funny. There's like no other more home race than Miami for him. He's from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's from Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what?
Actually, I
Australia,
take that back.
Baku-
That was dumb. I shouldn't have said that. Charles is from Monaco.
Yeah. I mean, Charles is from. Well, and then
he
like,
hits the wall.
I mean, Max at Zandvoort is like.
Yeah, technically, I guess. I was saying like vicinity of cities, right?
Oh, I see. Yeah, but Monaco's kind of cheating because there's only one.
Fair.
You can't be from Monaco and not like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah.
All right, Max is taking off 5/10. Yeah,
Okay,
wow.
well,
He's got
let's
such
see
a
what let's
0.5
see what Red Bull
advantage.
does.
I mean, I don't think this is a. I mean, if I was on the pit wall, I would make this a thing. I would just be like, "You guys race. Like, if you catch him, you catch him, and you pass him, you pass him. It's
Yeah.
fine." Who's talking?
Who is? They were showing a Ferrari thing in the bottom right, but I don't think that's. I think they were giving us
Because
Williams.
they put the scan QR code.
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
in
yeah,
front
that
of the
was very
thing, so you
confusing.
can't actually tell who's doing it. Nice job, Sky.
Are they gonna retire him? Here? No.
He's pitting for.
He's pitting for
softs or
softs.
mediums, maybe.
No,
Yeah,
softs. You got 14 laps to go. You can definitely like maintain.
I mean,
the
he's in
tire.
last. Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
not?
right.
Yeah, like, fuck. Nothing you can really do.
Maybe you can get the fastest lap, even though you don't get the point because you have to be in the top 10 for fastest lap.
Well, this is probably what we're going to be seeing for the rest of the season.
And
This
Max
picture-
is actually making gains here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm telling you, man, you just make Max starting like 15th every time. Just. Yeah, and Alonso
Sargent
is
lost his second
still
and a half.
falling.
He must have made a huge mistake somewhere.
130. You know, both Alonso and the Mercedes are in the 133s. Oh my God, is that a 135 from Sainz? No, it's a 133.5. Okay. But yeah, Red Bull's got 1 second over per lap. So if you kept going at a second per lap, Jesus,
You're a second faster than the whole grid.
The whole grid. And he's already 13 seconds behind. You're going to finish almost 30 seconds ahead.
I mean, what the scary part is the fact that it's not just Bahrain.
I told you,
Right?
I've been saying it since Bahrain. I said, everybody's like, oh, it's just one race. It's just one race.
His
And I'm like,
this is he's complaining about. Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Well, maybe God has one left thing to play. One left.
I don't know what B-ball is. Oh, break balance.
Uh. Whoopsies.
Check out.
Oh, and he follows him through it. They both decide to cut the corner there. All right.
That is so funny, actually.
It almost looked like they replayed
On
it.
purpose, yeah, it did.
It was like a GIF that was on replay.
That was hilarious.
But it was just the two Red Bulls that both like cut the corner there.
I think Logan's gonna get eaten by Zhao here.
Oh man, come on USA. Unfortunate, man.
Oh, hold the outside. Not the right camera.
Damn it.
Yeah. Sapping radio again.
Uh-oh.
I love how it's just Max's car.
Yeah, right.
It's not like Checo's is totally fine.
But like, what? Just back off. Like, just finish the race.
It's
You have 11 laps to
that's
go.
that's sometimes not the answer though, because it can make it worse if you just like if you don't push.
Hmm.
Like it could.
Well, if it breaks, it breaks.
Can you hear it? I think so.
I mean, it. Huh. That is actually, I actually like her. That is a nice ad having her come in.
During qualifying, dude. It was so nice. She just explains you the whole thing, or his Max again saying.
I mean, you got 10 laps to go. Just drive the race, man. Like,
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? If your drive shaft is gonna
I think
break,
it was in practice. In practice, she was explaining everybody's like routine and what they're actually trying to do, and like was breaking down practice by like, oh yeah, at this point, like it's 30 minutes, you don't do the quality runs anymore, and now you switch to this. I was like, yeah, could have used this like 5 years ago. Like, thank you. Like, she's really smart.
The screen looks like a Star Trek screen. Yeah, I mean it is Formula One, which is kind of like, maybe, yeah, who knows? Maybe both Red Bulls break.
Uh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Also, very difficult to understand the difference right now between the Alpha and the Haas, considering they both are almost identical color schemes. Except for the red on the Haas. Wow, Gunther looks a little nervous,
He
huh?
looks.
He
God,
looks
to
a
call
little
Gene
stressed.
after this. I could tell Gene that we're not doing well.
Yeah. I gotta call Gene. I
I gotta call Gene.
Oh man. Gene, we just scored it. We were just out of the points. We pushed it. We couldn't get it. Did I order my ACC title shirt yet? No, I have not. I have to look. I have to take a look. I gotta look if they're cool ones. I haven't actually seen them. The two McLarens last in the constructors. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, the pup is eating the brain of the animal again. Of his stuffed animal. Oh, it's got a big ring on the shirt. Oh, interesting. You know, if we just looked at that shot with the 4 cars and you didn't know where
Exciting
they were,
race.
yeah, you didn't know where they were on the circuit, you'd be like, oh, that's kind of exciting. It turns out they're in 14, 15, 16, and 17.
Oh. No, he's fine.
Actually, like, Sargent was almost about to take 11th
Yeah, I
place,
don't
and
know
now
what
he's down in
happened.
14th. Just
Yeah.
very unfortunate.
I don't know if the tires just started to drop off or what exactly, or maybe he was just making a few mistakes. I don't know. It's weird because he was right on. He had like literally had DRS on Hulkenberg, and then it was gone. And he was like 1.5 seconds
Yeah.
behind him, and then Zhao passed him, and now he's getting eaten. He's leading the DRS train, which is never where you want to be.
I mean, with 8 laps to go at this point, like, everybody's kind of settled into their position unless there was really a safety car. Like, I don't know if this, like, the running order of like 1 through 9 doesn't really change. You have Sonoda, who's still under pressure by K-Mag, although he's 1.4 seconds behind. So he's going to have to push if he wants points there at 10th. But I think you're kind of locked into 1 through 9.
De Vries is going to make the pass. Oh.
And then Norris might make the
But
pass on
then they
Sargent
have
too.
DRS now on him.
So Sargent should have DRS, yeah. Now De Vries running the.
Now De Vries is the one, and yeah, now he's at the head of the train.
Yep.
Paris radio. Yeah.
32.
Yeah, he's asking for.
Yeah, because it works either way. It's like a plus minus, right?
Yeah.
32.6 and
Yeah, he
then
wants him to
plus
do a
or minus
133.
0.4.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
133. It's not the other way down. It's not 132. Mika. Yeah. It's had quite the battles with with Michael Schumacher.
oof.
Ugh.
Sparks, man.
You know what I'm very curious about is actually seeing the underbody of the F1 car before and after.
Yeah,
the race.
yeah.
I think that'd be cool, but I don't think they can do it because there's too much like IP. But like, I
In the
think it'd be
floor.
so cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
agreed.
Logan with the defense on the McLarens. Nice. Wow, would you look at this? Piastri is. I mean, McLaren is racing against Williams, man.
I
This
told
has gone.
you.
This has gone back. This has gone so far backwards. Paris again.
All right, yeah. So just let him race. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Just let them go.
let them go. Well, Alonso's going to get third.
Yeah, Alonso's going to get the podium, which is good. I mean, it's great. I mean, it's 2 podiums in a row for him. It's pretty nuts, especially for Aston Martin too. Like, that's solid. And you'd have to say Mercedes
Not bad.
5 isn't bad.
4 and 5
Like,
isn't
Ferrari
bad.
6-7. Like, you get more points than they do. Like, that's a good result.
Remember,
Alpine too.
yep.
Like not bad.
Remember last year the constructors between Mercedes and Ferrari coming down
Yep.
basically to the final race, and Ferrari edging them out, and here you have Mercedes doing better. I don't know. It's a blow for Ferrari if you ask me to finish this like behind, especially when they started ahead. Like,
I don't think Sargent's gonna be able to hold this.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh, whoa. He did. Norris was
Yeah, but
within 0.3, had DRS, and still wasn't able to get in front?
there's 6 more laps though.
Yeah, but dude, that just means the McLaren's really slow in a straight line. Like Bottas radio, this is sad.
Oh, I was sorry. Hearing noises from behind me.
Bottas complaining about his car.
So Perez comes in. So Max and Perez tied now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had 1-2, right? Last
I
week
think
too?
so.
Yeah, that's what I sort of wanted. I actually didn't really want Max to win this. Makes it more exciting.
Does make it more exciting.
Haas on or De Vries here. Wait, no, this is Yuki and K-Mag.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See. Yeah. Exactly. It's just very hard to like figure out which one's which. They both have this white-red color scheme going on.
Yeah, the AlphaTauri never had the red.
Oh,
so
the
that's
2
why I got
McLarens
confused.
are side by side.
Whoa. Replay, please.
I mean, what if the 2 McLarens hit each other right now?
Here we go. How'd he get? Wait.
Wow.
They both had DRS though.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Zach Brown is like having crazy blood pressure at the moment.
Gotta see the doctor after this. I'm gonna eat like 3 donuts.
What did Max actually say?
Hold on. This is Yuki back at. Yeah, Yuki's ahead here.
Nope. Haas.
Oh, they both lock up. Oh.
Gene, we're in the points. Gene.
Oh, Yuki holds on. Damn, or doesn't hold on.
Magnussen goes up there. Haas in the points there in 10th.
I wish Yuki had that.
Yeah, Magnussen is just launched at the moment.
Yeah.
Woof, gone.
But yeah, so it's Yuki radio.
No, that's typical Yuki radio.
Yeah, I would also be not happy too. You know, like what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I agree.
No, Max was asking what's the fastest lap, and then GP said that it doesn't concern us, and then he said I care about it.
Oh.
It's
What?
plus 2 points. So,
1.
No, because Checo.
Well, it's a
loses
2-point
the point.
swing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he should just push for it, right?
Could, yeah. I wonder what it is actually. I don't know what the
No,
actual.
it's interesting because
I don't actually know what the fastest lap is.
I'm not actually sure if I have the exact time. I was thinking back to Singapore the other year where Max started in like 8th or something, but he like kind of stayed there. He actually didn't work his way up. Uh, also similar type kind of street circuity racetrack, but today, I mean, he
Here's
just
Williams' defense
flying.
again.
Yes, the most interesting battle actually in the entire grid right now
Is for basically second to last
is
place
for second to last place.
between 3 cars.
But yeah, the gap between Perez and Verstappen is now 6 seconds. So
Russell Radio. This is probably boring.
where is the 5-second penalty to Alonso? They just made that up. Mercedes just literally made that up.
What?
Mercedes saying that there might be a 5-second penalty for Alonso when they're talking to Russell.
For
There's
what?
no way. No, they're just making it up, man.
Don't make it too hard for Piastri. What?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Um,
What the
I'm
hell is
actually.
that supposed to mean? No way. If you're Norris, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the gap.
Oh, you know what? That is funny. If that's exactly what he's talking about, I saw that because it was when the jack touches the car before the 5 seconds actually happened.
Oh, okay. I was
That's what it may
wondering
be.
about that.
That's what it may be because you saw the guy push it and it wasn't up yet. I like specifically remember that.
I
Because
do
I was like,
too,
oh,
and
that's
I
kind of
thought that
weird.
was kind of. I almost said something about it, and I was like, oh, like they're allowed to jack up the car like before like the 5 seconds. That's kind of
It may be
interesting.
that.
And like, but like I didn't like I didn't really think it was that significant. I was like, oh, maybe they're like just not allowed to change the tires or something.
Yeah, I think it's fully you cannot touch the car completely. So I think that's what happened. That's the
That's
only thing that
interesting.
possibly could happen, right?
Because to your point, I do also remember seeing
I
that pit
specifically
stop,
remember seeing that.
and I thought it was
Yeah.
kind of weird at the time.
Because we were joking like, oh, like, you have to serve it right, like don't touch the car. But then the guy like actually came in with the thing and like touched the car. Alonso radio.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. So they think something's up to Aston. Uh yeah, good point also. When Ocon didn't serve it right, they just gave him 10.
They just gave him
Right?
10. Well, they gave him
They gave him
another.
10.
They hit him with another one.
Yeah, and serve it. So that would put him behind both Mercedes.
Well,
Yeah.
what do you mean and serve it?
So Ocon got the
Because you're saying
penalty, and then
the first one was never served.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's 10. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm just looking at the gap here though. It's for Mercedes. It's not 50 seconds. It's 27. It's a little better, but
Across the radio.
yeah, because Fernando is trying to open
Yeah.
a 5-second gap to Russell,
exactly.
and it's 4-9. Yeah, and Russell doesn't have any DRS or anything to try to catch up.
Nothing. Nor does Alonso. It's just pure up to them. Yeah, Verstappen just threw down the first purple. He's doing it. He just told the team to go pound sand. I mean, I don't think that's wrong though. Like I would do that as a racing
do that
driver too.
too.
I'd be like, no, guys, like I want the extra point. Like I'm gonna go get it. If Checo wants to get it, let him go for it too. But like I'm going for it.
There's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with this.
there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't crash the car, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, the time is 5.1, so Alonso's increased it. Max had a little mess up there actually at a correction in the corner. think he gets it actually. And this will be the first win here for Sergio Perez of the season. Congratulations to Checo, gets pole and gets the win.
Yeah. And Max does take the fastest lap.
And Max takes fastest
Max
lap.
takes it 131.9.
So Max is leaving the World Championship. And then here's Alonso. What's his gap though? This is actually pretty important. We have to wait 15 seconds.
No, we have to wait 5. 5.1.
We have to wait until he gets there.
Right there.
Alonso.
5.138.
No, the gap. He keeps it if they only give a 5-second penalty.
Yep. Yep. 5.1. So by 14.
Oh, so I guess here's Norris on
By 10.
Sargent. I guess this is the last part.
It is because
Somehow
Piastri
Bottas finished before everybody else.
Piastri passed. We missed that one.
Yeah. No. We did. There, decent. Logan, defend for your life here. Come on, go USA.
Let's see. Well, let's see.
No, I think it's gonna hold it because
remember the start finish DRS doesn't really matter. He's got
it doesn't really hit because you start it.
Exactly. He got him. All right,
nice.
So 16.
Nice. At least holds it. Unfortunate for Yuki, man. He had 10th basically the whole race, and Matt got him at the end.
Yeah, unfortunate for Yuki. I agree.
Nice job, Checo. Checo radio. Yeah.
All right, there. So Alonso will take third.
Yeah, they haven't said anything about the penalties, even if it's 5 seconds.
Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And you have to say here, Checo held the gap to Max every time he pushed.
He did. Well done.
He's figured something out a little bit in the car. I know the car's fast, but he's driving it well.
Driving it well. He's feeling confident in the car, which is a good thing. Well, at least that makes the championship slightly interesting, at least for one more race.
Yeah, until one of their cars breaks, and then they're good to go. Well, when's our next one? Oh, next one's Australia, right?
Australia. Let's see.
Yeah, Verstappen radio. Dude, Horner's just like way more excited when he talks to Max. Yeah. So like,
it's April 1st. It's 2 weeks. So we got 2 weeks.
Oh, I actually won't even be here.
Oh, okay.
I'll be in New York. So.
Oh, you'll be in New York. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. And then the end of April is actually Azerbaijan. So, all right. So
that's
it might be like
one.
Yeah,
maybe a bit.
It might be a bit. Might be like a month or so before we come back.
That's weird. They kind of have them spaced out a lot. I feel like last year wasn't this spaced. It's been like 2 weeks between each.
2 weeks between each. Well,
or
yeah,
1 week between each.
Until you get to Europe, and then it's like back to back. Actually, Azerbaijan, Miami is back to back. And then the entire European like stint is
circuit.
Like bang, 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 bang. Yeah.
In the summer.
Yep.
All right. Well, from all of us here, I will leave the cameras up on for the interviews and everything on the Discord. But it's a pretty fun race. It was exciting. We should have Max start from the end and Charles start from the back every time.
Yeah, we should. Although I don't know about Charles. You can keep Charles up front, but you should definitely.
Yeah, Charles. I don't think it matters.
Charles needs a bit more.
Charles basically when he ran into the other Ferrari, everything ended.
Yeah. But all right, great. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Timothy, for jumping in to chat.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks everybody for joining us here. All right, have a great rest of your Sunday. Cheers, everybody.
All right.